Hey, well, thank you all so much. I appreciate every one of you for coming. Okay, so today we're talking about a very interesting topic. Homemaker, she starts acting brand new once she sees opportunity, right? Okay. Homewrecker, thank you for coming. This is going to be a very interesting topic. Hobson, thank you so much for coming. Still in church, we contribute sporadically. That's completely fine. So thank you all so much. I appreciate every single one of you. Right, so the story is, it's not just one story. We've heard so many stories of um, people. Maybe a man goes to Africa, brings a woman to Europe, abroad, somewhere in Europe, UK, America, and then once the woman becomes successful, she decides that, you know what, you're not in my league anymore, you're not in my class anymore, or I don't want this marriage anymore. So that's what happens a lot. And I was speaking to one of my friends a couple of days ago, and he was telling me the story of of a man and his wife that are currently having issues. Is nothing to laugh about because it's a very sensitive topic. But I thought I'll bring it to us so that we can just discuss about it. Thunder Scorpio, America will definitely change her. Yes. America, Europe, UK, it changes people. Okay, but the point is, we were having this discussion and he was telling me about this couple that were having issues. So this man went to Nigeria, brought this woman to the UK, and brought the woman abroad. Paulette, thank you so much for coming. Mama Atlantic Queen, thank you so much. Brought the woman abroad, and then she went and she started a career. She finished her schooling. She started a career. Now she's so successful. And after 15 years, held a little with Deborah, thank you for coming. And after 15 years, she says, well, I don't want you anymore. I don't want this marriage anymore because you are no longer in my class. We're not in the same category anymore. Okay. Yes, I've got someone on Facebook. Gregory Solomon, yes, it's live. So yes, it's live. Yes. So I'll just click that. I'm just checking on my Facebook. So yes, so I'm just I don't understand what I'm doing. So I've got 4 people on Facebook. Thank you so much for coming. So Gregory, you asked a question if it's live. Yes, it's live. Okay. So you can join me on Facebook or on YouTube. So that's completely fine. I've got 17 amazing people in the house. Thank you all so much for coming. I appreciate every single one of you. Ages Corner, thank you so much. I'm not absent. Well, that's good. You're welcome. The Gist channel. Thank you so much. Okay, well, thank you everyone for coming. I appreciate every single one of you, honestly. But the point is, what it happened all it happened all the time. Yes, it happens all the time. Okay, so this woman has now become so successful, and she's like, you know what? I don't want you anymore. I don't want this marriage anymore because we are no longer in the same class. Okay, so I know it happens all the time, but is this right? Is this the right thing to do for us as women, especially us as women? It's easier for a woman to make more money than men here. This is why a lot of women say they don't need a man. Okay, which is true. But is this the right, good for any man practicing such acts? Yes, and the link is there as well. If anyone wants to jump on to contribute to this topic, that would be amazing. Okay, so that it's not just me talking. Okay, if you want to come on the screen to join me, that will be completely fine. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up as you come in as well. Okay, so it happens all the time, but is this the right thing for? Is it right? How do you see it? Do you think it's the right thing? Behold, Rose, thank you for coming. Is this right for a woman after so many years? When the man has contributed so much to you, has supported you, has invested in you, so to say. I know some people will say, Rose, it's fine. Some people will say, oh, if we are married, therefore he's not really contributing to me, we're supporting each other, fine. But is this the right thing to do? Okay, so this story is in different parts. So we're going to tackle it in different ways, okay? The woman said, that's very bad. No, my lovely one, it's not right at all. Okay, so is it right? Okay, and shared UCC, thank you so much. That is very bad. But if you want to come on the screen, please jump on. I'll be very happy to have you. Okay, I'll be very happy to have you on the screen. Okay, so there was a case in America as well. I mean, there have been cases whereby she has grown wings. She has grown wings. My point is, why did she have to wait all these years. So if she knew that this, so did she not know that this man was not in her class when they got married? So why did she have to wait until 15 years before deciding that, okay, you're not in my class anymore? You know, so she's wasted that man's time, she's wasted that man's life, okay, and all of a sudden you're coming to say you're not in my league anymore. Okay, so from my point of view, it's not right. Okay, this is why you don't get married or spend money in a woman. But having said that, people that, and there's another comment from you there, Antonda. I mean, it's foul, but you should know the nature of women. But that shouldn't be the nature of women. I don't agree or accept the fact that it's the nature of women, because a lot of us here are saying that it's not the right thing to do. It's not right. Okay, so if you knew, I think Inspiration by Marie, thank you so much. Shade Princess, Nyagas Bye, thank you for coming. So if you, as a woman, if you know that this man, because when we were discussing it the other day, I said to my friend, like, did this woman not know from the beginning that this man was not her class? You know, she would know from the beginning, but because she wanted to come abroad, or because she wanted the man's money, she decided to come, and she decided to marry the man anyway. And now all of a sudden, Fitness Study, thank you for coming. And now all of a sudden, she's now become a professional. She now has a good career, and suddenly he's not in her class anymore. And I find that so disturbing, you know. And I thought I'll bring it here and then just talk about it. If someone is not your class from the beginning, you would know. You don't now come after so many years and say, okay, I don't want you anymore, because the man has wasted his time, and they've got children, by the way. Okay, so they're going to put the children. Elias Matters, thank you so much. I thought you weren't coming. Thank you so much for that amazing super chat. Okay, so the man would have invested his time on that woman. They've got children together. Okay, but she now suddenly came up and said, you know what? I don't want you anymore. Okay, so this is happening over and over and over again, and it's affected so many marriages. I've got Hilda Dafe. Thank you so much for coming on Facebook. We must be very practical. People grow. It's not jealousy or anything as a wife or husband. Develop yourself alongside with your spouses. So that's the second part of the story, Hilda. Thank you so much. So someone just said there, like, the woman is saying, okay, you're not in my class anymore. What the man could have done is to develop himself. As the woman is developing herself, he should have been developing himself as well. And that's one of the things that cause problems in marriages. So I'm developing myself, I'm getting better, I'm becoming the best version of myself every day. And you are just there, comfortable. I'm not on the side of the woman, because we know that it is wrong. Okay, what she's done is wrong. They both have their parts. Okay, what she's done is wrong, but the man should also have developed himself. That's like, there's a third part of the story. Like, like I said before, there's a third part of the story. Okay, so Thunder Scorpion says it's a different story when you get the money flowing in. The Western way of life with money means you are wanting someone to match you. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so that, like I said, that's the second part of the story. So if, apart from the fact that, okay, maybe the man has invested in the woman, brought the woman abroad or not, as a person, as a husband or as a wife, you need to be developing yourself. As your husband is developing himself, you're developing yourself. As your wife is developing herself, you are the husband, you're developing yourself as well. Otherwise, it gets to a point where you are no longer compatible. Okay, truth be told, you become incompatible. English, you will become incompatible. Okay, and that's also important in marriage. If you want to stay married to someone, you have to be with someone that you are compatible with. So that's also important. Okay, so Precious Smith is saying, this is a great topic and this is common. It is not only the woman that leave the men, even the men can also leave the woman, which is true. If the lady is, Nyanga says, if the lady is more hardworking and he's dragging her back, it's gonna be exhausting, which is true. So even though we're saying the woman is wrong, the woman is wrong, the woman is wrong, we want to look at it from the woman's perspective as well. So I'm developing myself. I'm becoming a better version. Pick my call. Okay. Okay, I think someone is. Oh my God, how do I now go back? So JJNC is telling me to pick her call. Oh, oh my God. Cancel that. This is not the easiest thing for me, to be honest. I don't even know how to go back to my. Oh. My world, this next week I'm going back to my StreamYard. Next week I'm going back to StreamYard. I'm not doing this anymore. This is not even funny. Eh? Additional dollar. Hey, my world. Anyway, this is not even funny. Next week, we're going back to StreamYard where I can easily manipulate and do things. This thing is not helping me. I'm so sorry. But did you click on the link, JJ? Did you click on the link to join in? Because I can't see you there, so I can't add you on the screen. Oh, come on. Oh, I think I know. I think I know. JJ, if you want to click on that thing again and come up, let's see if I can add you this time. I just need being a villager. Sorry. Just being a villager. I have a friend, so let's go back up. Christine Lisa Mewa, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. So let's go to this is why I don't invest in a woman. Okay, Healthy Living with Deborah says, this is why, okay, I don't invest in a woman. I'm strictly developing myself, okay? Deborah saying, one needs to choose friends wisely, especially in Western, and that's true. Both parties should be developing themselves simultaneously. Okay, so Richie says if you want to join, click on that link. So if you come up, just leave a message on the chat to say you are coming up. Okay, so Precious Mill is saying, I have a friend who brought her husband to Europe, and when the husband got documents, he left the woman and his kids. Then he went to another country. Those are the kind of things that we'll talk about. This is so, so heartbreaking. Okay, so for a woman to say, JJ&C family, thank you. I think I see your super chat there. Thank you so, so much. I really do appreciate it. I was looking at this thing, I didn't see it. But thank you so, so much. Okay, Elias Matters, thank you. I do appreciate you so much. I do. Okay, so where was I? All right. I've seen couples come to America, get a taste of the culture, and lose their minds. And that is so, so true. So people come in, they're married, and then before you know it, they've decided that, you know what, we can't be together anymore. Okay, which is also heartbreaking. Okay, so Precious is just saying there that Precious is just saying there that she knows of someone that the woman brought the husband the husband abroad, and once he got his papers, he's like, that's not, I don't want you anymore. Why? Because he's tasted the culture, he's seen that, okay, I can do better, or I can be better. Okay, so it's really happy Sunday to you, sweet mother. Thank you so much for coming. So it's really important that I was saying before that we need to develop ourselves. And Youngest in Dubai is saying, what if the woman is developing herself and the man is the one, or maybe let's use the other way around. The woman or the man is developing themselves and the other person is drawing them back. What would you do? Okay, so are you just going to say, okay, let me be there, and be sad and unhappy? Okay, so the point I'm trying to make is when you are in a relationship, if your partner is developing themselves, you too want to be developing yourself. Otherwise, at some point, you become incompatible. Okay, you're no longer compatible with this person. This person wants to move on with their life. This person wants to be better. Okay, so it's really important that we are developing ourselves, even as our partners are developing themselves. Okay, so it's less stress. Don't run into problems. Oh my God, I'm not. Today is just one of those days. So as your partner is developing herself or himself, you also want to be developing yourself. It's really good thing. What did Homewrecker say? Hey. Hello, so sorry guys. Today is just today is just one of those days. This phone has been so quiet all day and now it's just ringing. I'm so sorry. Right, okay. So the point is we need to develop ourselves as our partners are developing themselves. Let's not become stale. Okay, let's not allow the relationship to become stale. Yes, it's very good. Check out my channel. Okay. Queen Darcy, thank you so much for coming. Inspiring Chair said yes. So we need to develop ourselves as the other person is developing himself so that we do not expect someone to be in a relationship and be so unhappy in that relationship because people will say, okay, I'm leaving you. Okay, in as much as I'm not in support of the woman leaving, I believe that we should be able to develop ourselves so that we don't become stale, so that we don't become unhappy. Okay, so that we don't become incompatible with our partner. So that's really, really important. Okay, so and the third part of the story is the fact that this woman, so when the story came up, the woman actually said she told him, she had asked him, like, okay, you know what, why don't you do a course? Because now I'm now a classy person, so to say. I got a good profession, I got a good job. Why don't you now do something? Okay, do a course, study, maybe go for a degree or something so that you can become better, you can get a professional job. This man said, no, I don't want to do that. I want to do business. Okay, so he decided that he didn't want to. So the woman actually tried. Okay, she tried to try to empower him, to help him empower himself, but he said no. So and that was the question I asked him, like, okay, if she feels that she's becoming a classic person or if she's going to become someone in a different league, why did she not try to bring her husband up to that level? But the story is he tried and she tried, but the man simply said, you know what? No, I don't want to do a course. I cannot go to school. I cannot do this. I cannot do that because I want to do business. And doing business abroad is not as straightforward as doing business in the UK, in Nigeria. So in Nigeria or in Africa, you can just decide, you know what, let me go and rent a shop. You can go and rent a shop and then start your business, or you can do one or two things. It's easier. But when you're abroad, starting a business is different. So what happened was that this man became a liability to this woman. So this woman was the one working. She was the one paying all the bills. She was paying all the bills. She was working. And the man took the place of a woman. So he was at home looking after the kids. He was at home cleaning. He was at home cooking while the woman was going to work to do all those things. Okay, so the man became a burden and a liability to the woman because she wouldn't or he wouldn't do anything with himself. So he was working in the factory or something like that. And he had to stop for a while because obviously if I am a professional, my husband cannot be working in a factory or doing some odd jobs. Okay, so that was the story. Okay, and the woman that tried and tried and tried and tried, and she's like, you know what, I'm not having this anymore. So that's the story. Happy Sunday. Biana Stevie, Akit Home, thank you so much for coming. Fitness Study, the Delta Peking, thank you so much. I see every one of you that's coming in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So Biana said, then she said, have accepted him for who he is now. It's part of life. Marriage is for better, for worse. But now what for the man too? Exactly. So that's why I said they both have their parts. The woman has a part. I'm not in support of what she's done, but the man in a huge way contributed to what happened. Okay, Tonda says, oh yeah, he became an at-home husband, so this is bound to happen. Exactly. So he became the at-home husband, looking after the kids and taking care of things. Okay, so you cannot sit down. And even for a woman, if your husband is working, and that's what we talked about the last time, it gets to a point where you now become a burden, especially if maybe the kids have started to grow up and then you're still not doing anything. Okay, you want to be able to get yourself up and do, even if it's just studying a course, so long as you're making yourself better. Okay, so it's really, really important. Okay, so he became the man. Hi, Everyday Matters. Henry, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. So he became the woman. So at some point, he became a virgin to the woman. Okay. Tonda says he was in a better male position. She's seen a lot of alpha males around turning her on. It's over, which is true. Which is true. So she's seen a lot. The man is a liability. Most women don't like such. Exactly. Even though it's a woman that said, okay, don't do this kind of job anymore. This job is too menial for you as my husband because I am now a classy woman. Still do something, So it is partly his fault. And something that I just said there that she now sees some alpha men, some men that are real men. So I go to work every day. I see man. My boss is a man. My colleagues are men. They are doing things. And then I come home to my husband that's doing nothing. So those alpha men would always, always, always be more attractive to her than a husband that she has at home. Okay, so that's also true. Same when the tables are turned around. Most women don't like, and it's true. And Biana is just pointing out there that it's the same if the table was turned around. So if the woman becomes the liability, the man won't be happy. So, and that's what we talked about. Should I give up my career for my partner? When we talked about it last week, I think. It gets to a point, even though they initially they are the ones that say, okay, let's do this, or don't work, don't do this, don't do that. At the initial stage, it gets to a point it becomes burdensome to the other person. You become a burden. You become a liability. Okay, and we don't want that. And it begins to affect our relationships as well. Okay, so the man or the woman might not tell you, they just get angry for no reason. Okay, so which is also true. Lady G's channel, Tonda says she probably rolled her eyes every time she came. So every time she came on, she'd be like, oh my God, not again. Not again. So even though it was helping her at home, which is really good, but he needed to be more of a man than what he was. Maybe a woman brought a man to Europe. When the man came after some time together, he told the woman that she's not educated. And that's exactly the story, but the other way around. So this man was a normal. Probably when he went to marry her, he had money from the guy. And when you're abroad, you can get money from any job you do. If you're a cleaner, if you are a carer, whatever job you do, you can easily, if you work in the factory, you can easily gather money and go and spend at home in Africa. And people think that, oh, this person has arrived, But my point is, she should have seen from that time that this man is not cleaned up, is not as educated as I want my husband to be. But she didn't look at that. She just married him because he had the money, he was living abroad. She married him and then eventually realized that, oh, this man is not going to change to become a refined person in any way. Okay, so that's also true. I've dated married women whose husbands were stay-at-home dads. Right, okay. Homewrecker. I'm not in support of that, okay. Hello, everyone at Kids Home. Thank you for coming. I appreciate every single one. I think they outgrow each other. Yes, which is so true. And that's why I said before that you need to develop yourself. Okay. And I think someone, it was Hilda on Facebook that said they grow. People grow. So like I always say, the person I was 6 months ago is not the same person I am today. The person I was 1 year ago is not the same person I am today. So if I'm growing, if I'm developing myself, I expect my husband to be doing the same. Otherwise, we outgrow each other. Otherwise, I become a better person and you just where you are. And I won't want that. Okay. So we need to be able to grow together. We need to be able to develop. So as I'm developing, you are developing as well. Okay. So that's really important. Okay. The homewrecker says he can be a real man being in that role. One woman will talk to me about how her husband wasn't man enough. So she came to me to get what she needed. Right. Okay. Precious Chigel is saying, I keep calling you Precious Chigel. Oh my God. I don't know where that name came from just now. Precious Meal. Becomes stagnant. Yes. Yes. So it becomes stale. So you grow stale. The marriage becomes stagnant, finding it hard to come up with. Did you click on the link, Richie? I don't know what's going on. No. I honestly don't. Next week, we're going to use StreamYard because this is getting too much. And I tried it. I tried it last week to see that I can do it. I just don't know. Did you click on the link, Richie? 1,000 times. But why? So I guess it's just me today. I'm going to be the only one up here today, but that's fine. But next week we're doing StreamYard. StreamYard next week. Oh, I really like this one because I can use it on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. But what can we do? Okay, so Wendy Babs, thank you so much for coming. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Happy Sunday to you. How are you? Thank you for coming. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. She probably was talking to him in the bedroom like he was the submissive one. He could have been. I'm trying to come up, but no connection. Why? Is it this thing that's marked there? Me, I don't know. But anyway, right. So it was being a submissive. So it was actually a woman's man or something. It became the Lady G's channel. Hey. next week StreamYard. Okay, I can see Lady G's to come up, and Precious Mill is to come up. I can see Lady G's channel here, but I don't know. Oh yes, Lady G's channel. Why is it not adding you then? Aha! I need to go back to primary school. Lady G, can you see me? Can you hear me? Are you on? Hey, we did it.
Are you sure? I can't see myself.
Yeah.
Can you see me?
I can't see your face. It's I can't see your face, but I can see. Yes, I can see your face now. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you for coming up. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, host. You look so beautiful today. Beautiful, beautiful.
So what's your take? What's your take on this matter?
Yeah, what I would like to say is that For me, this thing is 50-50, okay? I have a baby here, sorry guys, you know. What I would like to say is that you see the situation, yeah, it's 50-50 though. For me, oh, why I said so, I will also give you the reason why I said so. You see this relationship, because it also happens to men and women at the same time, you know. Sometimes, because I have experience too, I also have a friend that brought the husband to Europe. After they've been together for 5 years, maybe 6 years, then the guy said that the lady is not educated, he is a graduate, and the wife needs to go back to school, you know. The woman accepted to go back to school, but the guy said that your brain too dull, you can't go to school. So he abandoned the woman, somebody that spent almost how much to bring you to Europe. He said she's not educated. So the guy left left my friend, you know. So all these things happen. It's not shock to me though. It's not shock because sometimes it's strange. Why I said it's strange is that how can somebody bring you up, bring you all the way from Nigeria to America or anywhere the woman is? Then you went to school, you graduated. This woman was spending a lot on you. You never knew that he's not your type. So after everything now, maybe the way the guy is dressing or the way the guy speaks English in public is embarrassing, all those things, then you start saying, this is not the kind of man I will stay with or get married to. But I don't really know. Sometimes we need to appreciate. We need to appreciate people around us. Because it's not easy for that man to spend his money on you, training you in school. Now you become, I don't know what she's doing. Then you come out and say that the man is not up to your standard. This is not good, guys. This is not good. This is not good. That's the reason why sometimes men don't even value women anymore these days because of our characters. Men don't value women anymore these days because of our character, and it's not good. It's not good. What you know you will not like somebody to do to you, don't do it to somebody else. Okay. When maybe she was in Nigeria, then maybe she was desperate. That was why she just, okay, let me just jump into this offer and come to Europe. Then after everything you said the man is not to your standard. Who is not your standard? Okay, maybe the one that puts on suit, briefcase. Maybe your husband is not that kind of person. He wants to work, he wants to provide for the family, he wants to make sure you are okay. Then at the end of everything, I don't really know what is wrong with people sometimes. I don't know what is wrong with us, especially with women especially. It's getting too much. It's getting too much. We should learn how to appreciate. We should learn how to appreciate no matter what. We should learn how to appreciate. Whatsoever we do in this life comes around. If you do good, it will come to you. Because this thing you are doing is not good. It's not good. What she did is not good at all. At all. I know the men also do it, oh, not only women, oh. Men will come, somebody will come and take document from you. After document, he will dump you and go away. So it just both parties, you know. But it's not good. It's not good. So this is my own suggestion, okay?
People on the live stream. Let's see who the third person is. JJNC, finally. Thank you so much, Lady G. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For trying this out as well. Thank you for your amazing contribution. Princess is finally
up. Sorry, I bagged it. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome. What's your take on this matter?
My own opinion and my little contribution is that I don't support people that do that, especially when you're in Europe for a long time. Why will you go back home to go get someone? So what do you expect? When they come here, obviously, you see, you know, when you have 50 euro here, you can only buy a little thing. But when you take 50 euro back home, you use it to buy a lot of food, like you celebrate. People will think you have money. But probably when bringing such men or women abroad, after marrying them back home, bringing them to Europe, they will see that things is different. You're no longer the kind of big boy or big woman that you claim to be. When, you know, I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yes.
You know, so to me, seriously, when I hear such story, I don't pity any of them. You know, because before they left where they were based, they saw ladies. Some of these men, maybe they will even have girlfriend. They will not marry the girlfriend. They will go and bring Igbeke from the village girl. So what do you expect a village girl? When a village girl open their eyes, they are the worst people to I don't know the word to use. They are the worst people to deal with, you know, because when you bring somebody that is not used to comfort, after tasting good life, they will treat you anyhow, you know. So that's just my contribution. I don't feel sorry for them, seriously, host. The story does not even touch me. For real. You know.
And that's what's happening. Once these people now open eye, that's it. That's it. So once they open eye, they see. And what I also notice is a lot of times when this guy, like you said, will go to Africa with £100, and £100 here in Africa is like, is it 60,000? If you carry £1,000, you've got like 600K. You take £1,000 to go and spend in Africa, you find out that you have so much money, you can spread, you can spend it the way you like. But then by the time those people, maybe you marry someone and you now bring them over, they now find out that this is inside life. This thing is not the way I thought it was. I have to actually work. We have to pay bills. So it's not the way it is. Thank you so much, Princess, for coming. I do appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming up. I hope I can do this thing again. Oh. So yeah, so they now find out that, okay, this is not the way I thought it was. And then before you know it, they don't want the relationship anymore. They want to go, they want to get out of a marriage. Okay, so, but the point is, if you know that this person is not, like in this lady's case, if this person is not your type, just leave them alone. Okay, say for instance, I'm in Africa and someone says, okay, I want to marry you. If I see that this person is a local champion, I won't marry you because I want your money, or because I want to come abroad. Because by the time I come abroad, I realize that, okay, this person is actually not my class. And that's going to cause friction for us. Number one, to thank you for coming. Thank you. Okay, so that's going to cause friction for the both of us. So we want to be very, very careful. Gregory Solomon, thank you so much. I saw you on Facebook just now. What happened? You went from Facebook to YouTube. Thank you so much for coming. But this is something that happens a lot. I heard of a man in America that shot his wife and then shot himself. Inspiration by Marie. Yes, your intention should be bright. Thank you so much for inspiration by Marie for staying with me. Thank you. Okay, so you need to, if you see that this person is not, don't just marry someone because of the fact that, okay, you think they have money, or because you think they can give you something, because you think they'll be able to send you abroad. Okay, because when you now eventually, after 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, you find out that this is not what I thought it was, it's going to cause problems for you and your partner. And that's why they now say, you know what, I can't do this anymore. And sometimes this man, just like Princess said, Mbekes, I don't know where she got that word from. Sometimes these men bring these women home to bring these women abroad just so that they can use them to make money. Okay, use them. So in some cases, they say, okay, you go and study nursing because nursing pays. I think we are kind of deviating from the topic again, but that's fine. They say, okay, you go and do nursing, or you go and do this job or do that job so that you'll be paying. And some of these men would actually be taking this woman's money. Okay, Gunter, thank you so much for coming. Can't you give me a blue jacket? I would like, where is it? I would like to send the link to my channel. Sorry, Gunter, I'm not, I can't give you a blue jacket. So sorry for that. But if you know anyone that you like to connect with, you can freely connect with them, okay? And anyone can connect with you as well. That's fine, but I'm not giving blue jacket, sorry. So thank you so much for coming to my live stream. I do appreciate it. Okay, so some of these men would bring these women abroad just so they can work for them, so to say. So work so that I can say, okay, my wife is a nurse, or my wife is this, or my wife is that, or my wife has one big job, or, you know, just so they can be proud. So they do it for their own selfish reasons, you know, and at the end of the day, it doesn't work that way. Okay, because these women will eventually find out that, okay, you know what, this is not the way I thought it was. This is not the way I thought this life is. This is not the way I thought this man is, or this is not what I thought this man is. And eventually they will say, okay, they want to leave the marriage. And like Princess rightly said, sometimes they have girlfriends, they have baby mamas, they have all that, but they'll be like, okay, you know what, you're not good enough, let me go home and get one local girl that will come and be submissive to me and be respectful to me. They don't know that even after some time, these girls open eye, and then that's it. Okay, and this is exactly what happened. Mugubo wives on Wario. Don't have the kid. Greg is saying, I think I need to get a glass of whiskey for this one. All right, okay. Feel free, get yourself a glass of wine, whiskey, whatever you need. Okay, but it's the truth. You say Mugu, you want to go home, bring Mugu. Mugu wise one day, and they'll be like, no, you're not my class anymore. I don't need you anymore. You know, Victory Space, thank you for coming. But that's so true. Okay, it's unfortunate that this thing happened to this man in question. Okay, we're not taking it lightly, and we know it happens in families. We're not taking it lightly, but the reality of the whole situation. So this man has gone to get this girl that she thinks, oh, this one is a mugu, but this one, this girl had her own intentions. You know, she had her own intentions, and then she came, and after some time, well, you are a mugu. I can't be with you anymore. We're not in the same class, which is really bad from my perspective. Okay, from my perspective, I think she should have left him maybe 1 year ago, or 2 years ago, or 5 years, but not waiting until 15 years. Okay, 15 years, and then the man is not doing anything. All the properties are in her name, I assume. And then now you're saying that you don't want the marriage anymore. So it's really bad. But again, as a couple, as a wife, as a husband, as a partner, don't just sit down. So we're saying that this woman has done something wrong. But if you look at it from the woman's perspective, so initially we're looking at it from the man's perspective, like, oh, I brought this woman, and then after 15 years, she's saying she doesn't want me anymore. But look at it from the woman's perspective. Okay, so you brought me here. You decided not to work. You decided to be a house husband. Yes, fine, fair enough. Supporting me and the kids is fine. But it gets to a point whereby you need to do something for yourself. You need to develop yourself. So I'm developing myself. 15 years is a very long time. Yes, it is. It's not 5 years. It's not 5 days. It's not 5 months. It's 15 years. Okay. It's a long time to have been with someone. Okay. And then suddenly wake up and say, okay, that's the end. Okay. And last week we talked about giving up your career. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago? We talked about giving up your career for your family. Okay, giving up your career. So should you do it? Because if you do it without any plan, without any arrangement, it gets to a point whereby you become a liability. And that's exactly what happened in this case. The man became a liability to this woman. Not only did he become a liability, he refused to develop himself. He refused to grow. Okay, so he was just in the same spot he was, or even worse than he was when the woman met him. Because when the woman came, he was actually working in the factory or maybe doing odd jobs. But now he's not doing that anymore. Rather, he's looking after the kids, he's doing school run, he's looking after the house, he's cooking, he's cleaning, he's doing practically everything housework. Okay, while the woman is developing herself, getting better in her career, going to work, seeing other male colleagues that are alpha male, like Scorpion said, you know, and then she's attracted to them, and then she comes home to see this man. Okay, so we want to develop ourselves as our partners are developing themselves. Let's not just sit down and say, okay, I want to be full-time housewife or full-time house husband, even though you have good intention, even though you know that. Richie. So Richie saying she's here. Okay. I even have Thunder Scorpions there. Okay. Thunder.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
Hi, good to see you.
You too. Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat.
Yes.
Yeah, this is an interesting topic because,
Yes.
as someone else said, it does happen a lot. Times are a lot different now. Like I grew up with both of my parents. My dad was, my mom worked too. My dad was the work, the man's man, fixed everything in the house. Cars break down, fixed cars. He worked, and he worked. He made most of the money. Today, what I see happening is you have a lot of women who are becoming more educated than men.
Yeah.
And a lot of things playing into that. Like a lot of men are going to jail or prison. So there's a lot of things that's breaking up homes. And so women are coming to the conclusion that they can make as much, if not more than a man. They don't need one. And it seems
Yeah.
like that's what happened with this lady here. It's very unfortunate, but it's true. I mean, if a woman, what I found is that women are attracted to men who have something going for themselves, who
Something
are
to
about their
offer.
business. Right. And even, yeah, just if they have some business about themselves, that's attractive to a woman. A
Yeah.
man in his element, doing his own thing is, that's appealing. So I can
Yeah.
definitely see her coming home and him just being there. It kind of looks feminine to her. So I'm
Yeah.
definitely sure there was someone else in her ear. She was seeing other men. I've seen it happen plenty of times. And I know I'll be joking a lot, but I've seen it happen plenty of times. I've been in a situation. I've been in both sides of the situation. I've been in times where I was on the downside because of the economy. And my woman is about 15 years ago, started making more money than me. She started changing. I learned then, never again will I be in that position. So then I see it on the flip side. Like I said, I see a lot of married women who step out on their husbands, and usually that's why somehow they start seeing their men as weak, and then it changes. So I know I
That's
joke, but I
also
definitely
right.
stand by what I say. So it's crazy though, but it's sad for that brother. He just need to learn from this lesson and not get himself in that position again.
Yeah, that's also right. So every man, it's always important. It's always better if you have some, even if you're not giving me anything, just have an identity. Just have an identity for yourself. So have a business, have a job, have something that is you. And that's
Right.
really, really attractive. More attractive than just being there. Just being there, and then I come home to you every day. Yes, I want you home, but I don't want you to be at home 24 hours and have no identity, have nothing doing. But that's
Right.
also true. Thank you so much, Thunder.
No problem. No problem. No
Thank
problem.
you so much for coming up.
All
I
right.
appreciate you. Yes, we
No
got there in
problem.
the
I'm gonna
end.
drop back in the chat.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you.
Okay.
Yes.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Richie, before you say anything, Richie, so Gregory says, I know a guy that bought a wife from Nigeria, kept beating her like it's a sperm bag. When she left, he started telling everyone she left because she feels he has outgrown him. So these are the things that we're talking about. So you bring a woman and then you expect her to be quiet while you're punching her, while you're using her, and then at the end of the day, you say she's left you. Why did she leave? So we need to also look at it from the woman's perspective. Okay, but thank you so much for that. Popsy Lifestyle, thank you so much for coming. Mama Richie, what's your take? What's your perspective on this one?
Hello, everyone. Good evening.
Hello.
Hope my voice is loud enough. I'm having
Yes,
it.
we can hear you.
Okay. So I've been hearing everything, and yes, the topic is hot. The topic is provoking, Sha. The story is provoking, and everything everyone contributed are true. They are right. But in my own opinion, I will say first of all is love. Love. Why I say love is because if there is love, in fact, before you accept somebody, whether the person is from the bush, like I'm talking about the woman now, I'm talking about the woman. if you want to accept this person, you have to think first. You have to think, okay, what if, God forbid, what if she followed the guy to the abroad, and at the end of the day, years later, something happened and they have to come back to Nigeria as poor people? Will she leave the man?
Mm.
So what I'm trying to say is, if there is love, first you have to accept this person the way the person is. Before she accepted this person, she would have known the kind of person this person is. Okay, according to your story, you said she has spoken to the man several times to find something doing, and the man told her that he wants business. Sorry, I'm in the kitchen. And the man told her that he wants to do business. Now, if you have enough, why not set up something for the man? Why leave him? That is why I said there is no love. Because if there is love, you try your possible best to empower the man.
Yeah.
You know, some men, you know, our Nigerian men with their ego. Maybe he doesn't want to say it to her. Am I hooked?
You're fine.
Okay. Maybe he doesn't want to say it to her. Now she's paying the bills, she's doing everything. And maybe in the man's mind, the man is trying his own possible best, but may not express it to her, may not tell her. So at the long run, my point is she shouldn't have left the man if she had any atom of love for the man. I will not dispute the part that there are men doing it too, but now the story is about the woman. We are not talking about men that are doing it. The story is about the woman, because if we come like JJF or somebody came up just now to say that how did she even put the word again? That they go to the village, they go to Nigeria to marry women after using other women here. Yes, I agree with her. But at the end of the day, it's like we are trying to pay them back for what they've been doing. But it's wrong. Whether you are trying to pay back or not, it's wrong. You don't play, because for the fact that some people are doing it, you are not sure if this person now in particular did it. I don't know if you are getting me. So you will not use another person's sin to kill another person. For the fact that men are doing it doesn't mean that all men did it.
Yeah.
And for the fact that women are coming up to do it doesn't mean that all women should do it.
Yeah.
So that is why I said there is no love, because if there is love, the woman will have thought and said, okay, in years' time, where will I be with this man? And in what position? Because she has her own dream, right? She has her own dream. That is why when she came here, she pursued that dream. So she should have thought that, okay, there is in 5 years' time, in 10 years' time, I will be so and so. Will I be able to stand with my husband? It's just like you are not a president. As in a woman, for example, now you are not the president of a country. And at the end of the day, after your ambition, you find yourself in the position of a president. You want to kick your husband out because your husband is not a president.
Yeah, so I totally understand where you're coming from, Richie.
And again, it's greed. Because now she sees that this man they for abroad. And she wants to live by all means. You don't use somebody to climb, and at the end of the day throw the person away. If you know you want to use this person to climb, then you'll be ready to stay with this person, because you have to appreciate what this person did for you. Yeah. Now you have kids for the man. If you know you don't love this man in love, then you will have prevented having children, because now the children now is at the center, and the children will be affected too.
Yeah.
The woman was just thinking about herself. Okay,
Princess is up again.
somebody said that because she's paying the bills, she's doing everything. Excuse me, there are men that do it. There are men that do it. For the fact
point is,
that,
Richie, the point is,
yeah,
there was no, what we're saying is that this woman did not initially love the husband, otherwise she would not come after 15 years. So
yes,
she used this man. She saw that this man was not in her class from the beginning,
yes,
but she still went ahead to marry him because, in
marry
our
him.
opinion, because we're not really in their shoes, in her, from her perspective, she wants to come abroad, or maybe she wants the man's money. She thinks the man has money, so she decided that, okay, you know what, I'll marry him anyway. But then only for her to realize that, oh, after so many years, this man is not changing. This man is still the way he was. And then she's like, you know what? I can't take this anymore. You know,
That's
and someone
this
just
is what
pointed
I'm
out there
saying.
that
And there
maybe
is no
after
love.
15 years.
The
There's no
love
love.
is
There
not
was
there.
no love in the marriage.
Yeah, there was no love. She just came
Yeah.
because she just wants to use the man to climb. I mean, I know that I don't support all those. Whether
Yeah.
I don't I don't know. I don't
You're
know
right,
how.
Richie. We're not in support of her actions in
Yes, I'm
any
not in
way.
support. So she
We're
will
not in
she
support of
will
her actions. But
thought
what
of
we
her.
are saying,
You have thought of it.
is the man should also improve himself. So if you marry a woman that's maybe a president, like you're saying, you cannot just stay and say, okay, I'm fine the way I am. You need to refine yourself. You need to work on yourself so that when they say, okay, who is the president's husband, you can come out and stand and say, okay, I am a husband, and she'll be proud of you. So you want to also work on yourself to make yourself better. Okay,
Yes.
Princess, I can see you there. What's your take? Princess, are you there? I don't know what happened. But
So,
anyway, let's
so yes. Again, if at the end of the day, just imagine after 15 whole years,
yeah.
you then discovered that the man is no longer in your class after 15 whole years. When the man was
Hello,
arranging
Auntie, can you hear
papers
me?
and everything for
Yeah,
you to
we can hear you now.
come over.
Okay, sorry about that. Just a
Mhm.
quick one, yeah. I'm sorry, Sister Richie, you said love. You know, sometimes we get it twisted. Love is not enough in marriage.
Yeah.
Go to a counselor, they will tell you. That is why they say we should develop ourselves. Like that's why they'll tell you to do couples night. That is why they'll tell you to do other things to spice up your marriage. You know, when you start living with someone after like 15 years, before you know, the love, the attraction will start fading. And most African people, they don't even, sometimes you see a woman tying wrapper in the house when they have a husband. I just want to bring that point. I know this is not the topic. Okay, going back to the initial topic now. Why will a man, listen, God created marriage. Why will a man, Adam was in the farm looking for food for Eve. It was not the other way around. Do you know what it is when you come home after when you come home and your husband maybe is the one take. Yes, it's good for a man to support your wife, but it's good for both of them to do, it's good for both of them to work. Let's not get it twisted. I know we Nigeria people, sometimes when I hear topic, I don't like contributing, because sometimes we Nigeria people, we tend to run away from the fact. We'll start covering up. It's a turn on when you come back home and then you see your husband not doing anything. Some men can be so lazy. I'm really sorry. The same way some women can be so lazy. Maybe this woman have told the man, honey, can you get a job? He will be giving excuses. Oh, you are a doctor. You are a nurse. You have more money. There's no point working. I'm not coming to a conclusion here to support the woman, but it is bad what she did. But at the same time, maybe she told the man, I want you to do something with yourself. And the man refused. He decided to be eating pounded yam and taking care of children. And that is not the role God gave to a man. The role that God gave to a man is for a man to be the head. When a man loses that position, being the head, seriously, take me anywhere, the home will not function. Thank you, host. You know.
Thank you so much, Princess. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. So the point is, Richie, I know that everyone has their opinions, everyone has their own where they're standing, okay, on this topic. It's a very sensitive topic. It's a very, very important and sensitive topic. Like I said, even in the subject, in the description, I said very sensitive, but it's something that happens all the time. Okay, it's happened, it's breaking homes and all that. But Prince rightly said something there. So the man is created to be the head. A man is created to be the supporter, to be the provider. Okay, in some cases that doesn't happen because something might happen and then the man will be like, the man can't work, or the man might have a lesser paying job than a woman. But that shouldn't stop him from being the man. A situation whereby the man now becomes like, takes the position of the woman. Okay, and like I said before, no matter how little, a man should be able to say, okay, you know what, let me do this, even if I have to work in the factory 1 day a week or 2 days a week, let me do it just to be able to support my wife. But don't say, okay, because my wife is now someone of high profile or high standing, therefore I don't want to work, I want to just be at home because it's business I want. Okay, we're not in any way supporting the woman. Jessica, thank you for coming. We're not in any way supporting the woman, but what we're saying is the man should also have developed himself as the woman is developing herself. As the woman is growing in her career, he should be doing himself. And we use the example of a president. So if I become the president of a country, if we go for a presidential dinner, I should be able to present my husband to say, okay, you know what, this is my husband. He should be articulate enough to speak good English because that's what is expected of the president. Or even not. I remember Nigerian president one time that the wife couldn't really speak good English, but she still came out anyway. Okay, but the point I'm trying to make is be able to develop yourself as your partner is developing yourself so that you can always be compatible. And Princess made mention that love is not enough. Okay, so love could be the foundation, love could be the basic, but your marriage cannot survive purely on love. You can't say, okay, because I love this person, therefore he's not working, it's fine, I love him anyway. Or I love him, but he's misbehaving, I love him anyway. It's not going to work. Even though you love someone, the marriage can still collapse because there are other things. So love is not always enough. Okay, so there are some things that you need to do to make your marriage, to spice your marriage up. And she talks about going for date nights, going, maybe dressing up the way your partner likes you to dress, having a good job, having an identity for yourself, okay, so that your marriage can work. Okay, so those are really, really important. Okay, like I said, I know we have our own opinion, but in any way, we're not supporting the woman and we're not supporting the man in his own acts either. Okay, we're just here to discuss the whole thing. Okay, I hope that's clear. Marriage is a business to some. Okay, I'm just reading the charts. That is Jonathan. Good luck. I didn't say anything, Victoria. Say, love is more than enough. We just have a wrong definition of what love is. Read Corinthians. We should not make simple things complex by speaking English. Okay. I'll just read other comments. Elliot Matters, thank you so much for coming back. I see you there. Thank you. So Aegis says, I'm not saying doing some type of job in Europe is bad, but say the truth. Don't tell them you work in an office, to which is not true. Okay, a man just have something doing, no matter how small. Yes. So you're only back saying some clean on weekdays and wear suits on weekends. My advice: have your own cleaning business and employ staff. You are gold. School is not everything. Wisdom is a principal thing. Okay, and that's also true. So the bottom line is, you want to have something you're doing. Not doing enough is bad. That's why in Ontario, the vehicle plate number says Ontario, yours to discover. You must discover yourself when you come abroad. Living abroad is full of responsibilities. I'm just reading some of the comments. Okay, understanding wisdom should be used in every situation. I know you did say Sonda says marriage isn't for everyone. I think mistakes thinking they have to get married. Okay, the comments are just flying. This is really a hot topic. Love is patient, love is kind, love is a lot of things. We always talk about love in reference to butterflies in our stomach. That is not what love is about. Society has come up with different definition. The man should just have money, Sha. I need maintenance. I like that. Pop's a lifestyle. Pop's a lifestyle. The man should just have money and that's fine. Some people, when you go somebody thinking, but there's a reason for everything. Both parties know the truth why they act the way they act. Okay, and that's just the truth. And Cousin is saying, love is enough, and love is, in your opinion, love is enough. And from my opinion, love is a principal thing. Love is the foundation of every marriage. So before you can even say make anything work in a marriage, it has to be love. Okay, I know Richie would also tell me that love is enough. Okay, but apart from loving that person, there are things that you also need to do to make your marriage work. Okay, and this is also a very deep topic, and I'm going to go into it in a different live stream, not today. We all have different definitions. You could say lifestyle is covering our face. Don't cover your face. Love in words, but not in deeds, is the order of a day. Thunder Scorpion gang, okay. This is why I date women for 2 years, Max. Okay. But yeah, so I love the topic of love itself is
now, let me forget to now I'm talking.
Oh yeah, talk. Sorry. Talk so that I can begin to round up this LS because it's already past.
I want to fast and before I burn my food. Okay. We are not just as you said that this video now, this live stream is not about love, but let me rephrase. If this woman loved the man, trust me, she would try her possible best to empower the man, not giving him billions. Like I said, our African men have ego problem, which is they can't ask for something. So they will be doing their business, they will be calculating their business in their head. And again, what was this? Was this man not doing something that made him gather enough money to be able to bring her? Was the man idle? The man was doing something that made him gather money to bring her, you know? So let's not just conclude, because like you said the first time, that they have another story, but we are dealing with the story that we have right now. This man wasn't idle. Now, if your stuff is not enough, how do we place when you are married to someone and after 20 years, your partner, which is the man, not your own, but I'm just speaking English. So, your partner fell sick, maybe with stroke or all this bad sickness that would leave them for years. So you want to tell me that you won't be able to stay with this man? Sometimes you will be pissed. Maybe, for example, the man will just pull on his body. There is no patient there. You will just be pissed. But once only that little love can calm you down, and you just clean it and smile like nothing happened. It's not like happened. Something happened, but that little love that you have will just calm you down that moment. But if the love is not there, you may just leave the person there, just walk out your own, go. So this is why I brought love into it. So it's good that, yes, the man on his own side made the mistake of not empowering himself. But I'm still saying that maybe this man have his own ideas on the, hope my husband not listening. So let me say something. Like sometimes my husband will just sit down and he will be calculating how many containers he wants to load. And I will just sit and I will ask him, okay, how much be one container? And he will tell me, I'll just look at with one corner. I'll tell him, okay, this is how much for one container. And you are calculating how many containers you want to load. This is the thing now is working in his head. He's planning how many he wants to load and how much he will gain from it. But he never do the business now, but he has started calculating how much. So, but this is just how they think. So probably, I'm just saying that probably this is what this man is doing, and it may not come out to the woman and tell the woman, I need some amount of money to start myself. Maybe he will just be running around and doing his thing in his head, and the woman will take it that, okay, this man is not my class anymore, because that word alone, not my class, now it provoke me. That's the reason why I'm just like a little bit pissed. It's not your class. That class of it. Maybe if she has not used that word, my class, maybe I will have another thinking. But that word, class, is not supposed to be there, because you knew that this one wasn't your class. You were not the man's class anyway when he brought you. Now you are not his class. Now he's no longer your class, and you left him. So anyway, this is just my own. And greed. I said love and greed. That is just the two things that is the woman's problem. Love and greed. So if you know you don't love somebody, or you are just going there for, if you cannot appreciate the person, what the person wants to do, don't just bother to accept that to go they break person's heart. Maybe the man now is innocent. He has not broken anybody's heart. He just walked on his own, went to the village, pick one girl, and the girl come now breaking heart.
That's so true. Thank you so much, Richie. I know you're so passionate about this topic. I can see how passionate you are. Okay, so of the truth, we're not in support of the woman in any way. No. She could have empowered. That's why I said the story is in three phases, and that's why I said before. The first stage is, okay, this is what the woman did. The second stage is this. I think it was Hilda on Facebook that said. Let me read her comment again. Hilda said they outgrow each other. So the man was not developing himself, and then the woman outgrew him. Okay, and then the other part of the story was that the woman had said, okay, do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? And he said no, he only wants to do business. Okay, and the business, I don't think he actually got to doing the business. Okay, and that's the thing. So Richie has dropped the link again. I will only date a woman if she makes over 100,000 a year. Okay, Scorpion. Okay, so the story has.
And again, sorry, I want to leave. But something just clicked my head. I want to leave now. We are talking about man not doing something. Now I want to use here now this Germany that we live here. In Germany, you have to go to school and you have to learn something. But trust me, you ask any of our women here, they will tell you that our African men, our Nigerian men, they're not agree go school. They will tell you they want to work. Even if the work is small, but instead of them to spend years going to school and get a better job, they prefer to start doing that little job, that small one, and use it to grow.
Yeah.
You understand? Do you hear where they will tell you, if I just do this one now for years, I go just start to do container business, start doing business.
Because their mind is wired to doing business.
Yes.
Yeah.
They don't want to go to school. They don't know what you are saying about school. They prefer to just gather their money and start doing their own business. So this is why I'm talking about, I'm just saying that of experience. This I'm just saying concerning.
That's fine. And like I said, the story is in three parts. The man, this is what the woman
background. If I go.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Richie. I really appreciate you for coming off. Thank you. So this is what the woman. Okay, wait, I remove you. You should be able to just come out, but so we're saying, okay, this is what the woman did. Okay, this is the man's fault, and okay, this is what should have been. Guest one. Who is guest one? My God. Who is the guest? I don't know who the person is.
Can you hear me?
Yes, who have I got? Who is it?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Oh,
I cannot hear you.
I can hear you.
Okay, I don't know if you people can hear me. just have a little contribution.
Okay.
Yeah, concerning what Richie and Auntie Princess was saying. I don't actually know if you guys can hear me, but I'm not really hearing you people.
We can hear you.
Yeah, this issue, like I said, like you people were saying, everyone's contribution was very lovely because the issue is very sensitive and interesting as well.
Mm.
Um, concerning this issue, let me just say, not only when it happens, like we say, but the thing is, when Richie said love, I picked something from there, not just that love because you love the man or you don't love the man. I understand something from there, how it was like when the man said he wants to do a business, and the lady, if you know you have enough, she should have supported that man. Like, okay, you want to do, because someone cannot say I want to do a business when you don't even have anything. Before you said you want to do a business, meaning you have something somewhere, you just need a support. So the lady should have sit the man down, try to question the man, what kind of support does he need. That was one thing
Yeah.
I understood when Richie was saying love.
Yeah.
If she really wants the man to do something, she should have at least supported the man, because when you look at the issue, good 15 years.
It's a
Child
lot.
that gave birth to 15 years, not be small picking again. No.
It's a
You
lot,
don't even
yes.
get girlfriend for Nigeria.
Mm.
You understand? So that was the issue. So she should have at least sat the man down, talk to the man. Time is going. We have kids now. Okay, if you said he wants to do a business, what kind of business will? Because it was this same man that worked that same money that made the man to travel here to come and get married to you. But
Yes,
actually, I did
definitely.
not support the man. Neither did I support the woman, because some of our men, they need to get sense. Some people will date 35 girls here. That minute that we say Europe girls are too useless, Europe girls don't stay husband house, they will now go to one, in fact, my
One
village,
village.
go carry one. And what did you expect? But I did not support any of them either, because
Yeah.
I also know someone that was 2015. When he came to Germany, he was working. He said he
Mm.
used mouse to destroy all the Europe ladies here. He now went to Nigeria to go and marry. Trust me, after 3 kids, when the lady started
Mm.
seeing social money,
Showing
social
herself.
people now
Yeah.
deceived the lady. She should drop the man that will give her house here in Germany. If you are a single mother, the house that we give to you will be more beautiful than the one that we give to couples. So those things now, they now use it to entice the lady. But
Mm.
trust me, the lady later kicked the man out. And that is what the man wanted, because he have
That's the
spoiled,
reality.
he
Yeah.
have used mouth to destroy so many people, destroy in fact all the ladies, the Europe ladies are this, Europe ladies are that. And
Mm.
also what I want to contribute is this as well. Here in Germany, for example, I live in Germany. Here in Germany, that we said is either you go to
Mm.
school or you work. But trust me, most of our men don't like to work, don't like to go to school. They need money. For example, okay,
Mm.
let me use my husband as an example. Hope you're not there yet. Okay. Let me use him as an example. When he came to this country, though we met here, he decided to work, to just because he need money to do things. In fact, to build house in Nigeria, you don't even know when you will go back to that same house where you built for people. You don't even know
Mm.
when. Okay, then me, I was going to school. I was just concentrating on my studies and all. Then later, he lost this job he was doing. He wanted to get another job that had more money. When he now
Mm.
got there, I went with him. Then I found out that I speak the language and understand more than him. And the boss now told him, I wish you and your wife can just switch the language. He was laughing.
Mm.
Because of that, I decided to do funny things. I asked the man, I said, can a lady do this job?
Mm.
He said, no, it's just only for men. Then when we were going on our way, he said, Now I see that this language is very important though. And I'll be telling him,
To go
just
and
learn
study for.
at least. Because learning it, you can get whatsoever you want, even if not all.
Yeah.
So that is because there are some of our men, when you talk to them, they will not like to take it. Maybe actually the lady also speak with this man after 15
She
years. The
did.
man
She
did
did.
not also listen to her, but at least 15 years is too much to
To
just
throw
leave your
away.
marriage just like that
Yeah.
after with kids. So
Yeah.
to me, it looks somehow. That is why I said
Mm.
this topic is very sensitive.
It
You
is
understand?
sensitive. Yes,
It
it is
looks
very
somehow.
sensitive.
At least, like what Richie was saying, a love, good, but she should have spoken with the man, try to see. Okay, maybe for example, I say, okay, you said you want to do a business. I have
Mm.
1,000 euro. How much do you have? She should have
Yeah.
tried and just like do something like that if the man will agree or not. And there are some men too that we said no. As I'm the one that brought this lady, she have to pay the money that I used to brought her. Maybe he don't want to tell the lady with his mouth. He decided to stay home
So that
and
you'll be
let the
paying
lady do
everything
the
small,
walking.
small.
Because I also know someone like that before we were in camp. You know what he said? Because he was the one that paid the money for the crossing for the lady from Libya to Italy. He told
Mm.
the lady, she said, the only way to pay me back for me to bring you to Europe is for you to be giving birth. Just be at home and be having kids for me. Trust
That's
me,
too
that
much.
lady today, she making baby like baby making machine.
Oh
Like
my God.
seriously. So what are we going to call that? So this is
That's
just
not
it.
fair.
The only thing I see here is just that you, the woman, bring your idea and let the man bring your idea. All men are very stubborn, so women too. Like for
Mm.
example, now like when I was saying about my husband, there are some things he will do. Me, I know that this thing, if I push him small, he will change. Trust me, I go hold my ground. I go make sure as if I am a man too. Later, maybe after a day or 2 days, he will not say, wife, sorry, you know, say person no, they no finish now. My
Mm.
husband is so stubborn, but I decided to deal with him so that he will know stubbornness does not pay. But he's changing gradually. Then me too,
Mm.
I have to limit some things, you know. So that is
Yeah.
one thing I see when Richie was saying about love. Even if at that time the love was dying or the love was evaporating, but you still need to try because of the kids.
Yes, that's
Everybody
so
is glad
true.
because of the kids.
That's true.
So
And I
this is my
think, I
little
personally
contribution.
think that,
If you people are hearing me, I really
yes,
appreciate you
thank you
people.
so much.
I'm not hearing you, my godmother, everyday lovely mother. I'm not
Thank you
hearing you,
so
but I
much.
really enjoyed this. And also, Richie, see that your topic yesterday, you need to do part 2 because I did not like the conclusion. And I really missed some parts. You understand? So I really greet everyone. Have a blessed night and God
Thank you.
bless you
Thank
all.
you
This is
so
just my
much.
little
Thank you for your
contribution.
contribution. Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Bye,
Thank you.
everyone.
Bye. Thank you. So the chat is going. I don't even know where to start from. I don't know whether to go on the chat or go continue what I'm doing. But I think it's about time to round up. So the bottom line is, um, not all men, like I can see some contributions on the chat there saying, okay, all men don't work or all men don't want to go to school and all that, and we don't categorize everyone into the same group. Okay, so everyone is just giving their ideas. Julie say thank you so much for coming. Everyone is just giving their opinion on this topic, and the only thing I'm going to say before I round up there is the fact that we're not in support of the woman's action. Okay, love is the principal thing in marriage. Okay, so if you love someone, you will stay with the person for a long time. But there comes a point where even though you love someone, sometimes you leave the person. Say for instance, if there's domestic abuse, if you love someone so much and the person is abusing you, okay, you won't say, okay, love is enough to keep the marriage. And that's and it's a different, that like I said, is a different topic on its own. Love is the principal thing in marriage. If you love someone, you forgive them. If you love someone, you'll be patient. If you love them, there's so many things you will do when you love someone. But it comes to a point that even though you love someone, you get to take your leave. Okay, so that's just what I'm going to say on that one. But yes, love is very important for a marriage to succeed. For a marriage to be successful, there needs to be love in that marriage. Okay, as it comes to this one, so yes, maybe she spoke, she tried to help the man, and the man said no. Maybe she didn't. Okay, but the point I try to make in that one is yes, so love is the number one. Yes, definitely. I don't underestimate love in relationships, not to talk about marriage. Patience has limits, as yes. So everything has its limits, okay? Support, everything has its limits, okay? And even though you love someone, okay, there's a point whereby, so you love someone, I'm just going to give another example. You love someone so much, you're supporting them, you're pushing them, the person is procrastinating, you're pushing them 1 year, 2 years, 5 years. I mean, there's an extent to which we can all be patient enough. And I know that the Bible says that he will not bring anything to us that we cannot bear. So if God knows that you can bear a man that is lazy for 10 years and that's doing nothing, then maybe he will bring that temptation to you or allow that temptation to come to you. But if he knows that this my daughter or this my son is not that patient to wait with this person, then he might not bring that person to you. Okay, so that's just it. Well, there's a point you get to in your marriage or in your relationship that even though you love the person, you need to say, okay, especially when it comes to abuse, you take your leave. Okay, and I know Wendy Babs is so strong and Cobbs, they're so strong in staying together because of love. I totally agree. I don't canvass for divorce. I don't canvass for separation at all. But when it comes to issues like domestic abuse, no matter how much you love that person, you need to take a leave for the sake of your life. Okay, so that's also important. And for this man, for this woman, the thing I'm going to say is when 15 years is a long time to throw away. If she wanted to leave the man, she should have left 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, not waiting until 15 years. So that's my own issue with her. And my issue with the man is you could have developed yourself. Okay, maybe do a course. You don't, and they're saying, okay, many men don't like to go to school. That's no excuse. Rohan and Shelley, thank you for coming. That's not enough excuse to say, okay, because you don't like to go to school. And I made mention of the president. So if I become the president, you need to be to a certain level. Okay, as I'm growing, you need to be growing yourself. So even though you want to do business, okay, you need to be growing yourself in that area of your business so that as I'm growing in my career, you're growing in your business as well. Okay, otherwise we become incompatible. Otherwise the marriage becomes stale. Otherwise the marriage becomes stale and stagnant, and then we start having issues. Okay, and the topic is really interesting. Yes, married men do not like to go to school. That's what they've been saying. Okay, and like I said, we don't categorize every man to be the same. Okay, but if that's the case, if the person's husband doesn't want to go to school, then if you want to develop yourself, you need to develop yourself in the business that you want to do. Don't say, I don't want to go to school, I don't like school, therefore I will just sit down at home. No, that's not acceptable. You want to develop yourself as I am developing myself, otherwise we become still. Yeah, when he says, oh, I don't run for domestic abuse. Exactly. So in that case, love is not enough to hold that marriage. Okay, so happy Sunday. Julie said, thank you for coming. Stay single, casually date. I don't get your feelings involved. Too heavy. Be happy. Okay, so like I said, everyone has their opinion, but the bottom line is this is this woman's fault. And we're not just looking at it from this story. We're looking at it. What was Elias holistically? I remember we're looking at it from the holistic, we're looking at it all around, not just from based on this story, but you as a person. If you don't develop yourself as your partner is developing themselves, then you get to a point whereby the relationship becomes stale, and you might become a liability to the person at some point. Okay, and if you've been with someone, if you go into a relation, go into a marriage with the right intent in your heart, so make sure that there's love. Go in with the right intent in your heart. Okay, so that let's not be selfish. Let's not marry someone because of what we think we can get from them. Okay, I mean, I know that we get married to this person. I like this about this person. I like this about this person. But let's not be selfish when it comes to marriage relationships. Okay, let's go with the right intent in our hearts. Okay, so that even when we now see that, okay, this person, and no one is perfect, okay, so it might be that the man is not educated, he's not perfect, okay, and that's why we talk about love being patient. If you went in with the right intent in your heart, you'll be patient enough to be with that person and support them, okay. So it's really important that we are patient, we go into relationship with the right intent in our hearts, okay, and grow as your partner grows. Be there to support each other. Don't just throw 15 years or 10 years or 5 years away, because those are years that you can never ever get back. You can't get those years back. And there are things that you could have achieved in that time that you will never be able to achieve, you would have lost. Okay, so it's really, really important. But it's a very, 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 very hot topic. I didn't even realize it was going to be this hot. It's your experience that is making you say that marriage is sweet, so life is what you make it. And that's also true. Marriage is sweet, marriage is beautiful, especially if you are in it with the right person. And no marriage is perfect. You need to work on your marriage to make it work. Okay, you need to work on your marriage to make it work. You need to work on your relationship to make it work. We all might have had experiences. I've had my experiences, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to say, okay, that's how every relationship is. Therefore, I'm not going in, or I go in with a closed mind. I went into my relationship with an open mind, knowing that yes, it is beautiful. Okay, marriage is a good thing. Okay, but that's it for now. Thunder is causing problems. Host, I leave now. Take care. Let me finish cooking. That's fine. Thank you so much, Jessica, for coming. I do appreciate you. Thank you, every single one, for coming. I can start mentioning everyone's names now, but thank you all so much. I appreciate every single one of you for your contributions. You've been amazing, 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 amazing today. Sylvia Link, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. Thank you so, so much. This live stream was supposed to be an hour, but it ended up being an hour and 35 minutes, but that's fine. But thank you so much. I appreciate every one of you. Have a beautiful week. Have a beautiful day, and enjoy the rest of your evening, whatever you do. Remember to stay well, stay safe, and continue to work towards becoming the best version of yourself. And I'll see you next week.